Let's do that.
Hello everyone, Xflan here, and today I want to show you my updated Paladin melee healing hands build guide. So let's do some quick checklist. High ward? Check. Insane healing? Check. Big survivability? Also check. You're sub to this channel? That's what we're missing. Also don't miss the full map showcase at 1000 corruption at the end of the video. And now we can dive into the details. So before everything, I guess we just go into the passives real quick. So some few things were changed, but not really much. Basically, we're just rocking the previous video tree. So at the Sentinel skill tree, 30 points here, and we are getting here for resistances, strength, 1 point here to move forward. 5 point here for armor and damage taken from nearby enemies, so this is a huge damage mitigation for us. Increased damage, stun avoidance, stun immunity. 1 point here for block effectiveness, and so we can move in forward. And then 5 points here just because of sword attack and cast speed. And the more attack speed we have, more damage we do, more ward we have, more healing we have, so this is no brainer. Moving on, next we're going to Void Knight. We're taking 5 points here just because of the bonus and some health, void and physical resistance. On Forge Guard it's the same. We're getting 5 points here for extra strength and increased melee attack speed with sword. As I mentioned before, we are trying to stack more speed. Now in Paladin Mastery we're taking basically almost the same as we had before. So 5 points here, attunement, elemental resistance, 3 points here for block effectiveness and for 3 points bonus. 5 points goes right here for reduced bonus damage taken from crits. 1 point here so we can move in forward, 1 point here as well. Then divine bolts, so whenever we hit enemies with melee attacks we have a chance to cast divine bolt, and we are attacking enemies quite fast, so we are also proccing divine bolts, and it goes here as well. Divine bolt deal more damage. Then we go for some healing effectiveness and necrotic res and a little bit of health. Then 5 points here for all res with the shield, cast speed, armor with the shield. 4 points here for block chance, health gained, less stun, less dodge chance. 5 points for the increased melee attack speed and fire penetration. Per 100% increased healing effectiveness. 3 points here for now. I'm just working on this right now. So we have increased health, increased damage, increased healing effectiveness. That's all the points that we actually need. 5 points for here for increased holy aura and symbols of hope effect. 3 points for divine essence, for attunement and some another layer of defense. 5 points here for increased armor and mitigation, for armor mitigation over time. And last 5 points goes to increase phase damage, increase fire damage, increase lightning damage and move speed. So once we covered all the passives, we can move on to the skills. And on the skill tree everything is almost the same as in previous video. Basic generic skill tree, 4 points here, 1 point here for some ward, 3 point here for increased ward, 2 point here for increased healing effectiveness and a little bit upfront healing. Then we get here so for 1 point, 2 points here so we can move in forward, 1 point here so we can move in forward, and here so we can convert our healing hands into melee attack. This is necessary. Then we moving downwards here for some mana costs. So mine healing hands cost 0 mana. I can cast it however much I want to. 3 points here for mana cost and AoE, and 5 points for divine cast divine bolt. So we're pretty much casting quite a lot of divine bolts when we using directly melee healing hands or melee skill, which is the same. Then 1 point here for spell damage, and honestly you can either take those two ones for damage versus void enemies and damage mitigation against void enemies, same with the undead enemies and necrotic. You probably can take some points like one from here and maybe one from here if you want to put there. In my case I didn't actually need it so far, but that's the option as well. In later corruption you probably really need to take those two. It's actually good damage mitigation, like 10% damage taken minus, so that's pretty good. So I think we can sacrifice a few points there and there. Moving on next, symbols of hope, nothing is changed. We moving here, 2 points here, 3 points here, just move forward to get one more extra maximum symbol. 5 points here for some extra damage, here fire damage per symbol. Then we're getting some endurance threshold. We moving on left for one more symbol, double health regen from symbols, and block chance per active symbol. And since we all the time having maximum symbols, all the time we're getting plus to block chance. Moving on next, holy aura, same story, nothing too much. Health regen, poison, resist, increased healing, elemental resistances, and endurance. 2 points for here for ignite chance, 1 point for cast speed. Probably I would need to invest more from some other nodes, but for now it is as it is. 4 points here, 1 point for flame burst, so we apply stacks of Fury Inquisition on melee hits, and 2 points here for some extra damage as well. Moving on forward, Judgment, same thing. We are converting Judgment ground to aura, so it's extra damage, extra healing, and so on. So we go 2 points here, 2 points here, 1 point here. Now for AoE, actually you can play with those a little bit. Since the last video I didn't took this node, probably you can take it. I don't think so it's working. You can just invest in more duration or more area. It works really fine. Then we go here, 2 points for here, 4 points here, so it deals more damage on the consecrated ground. We got 1 point here, 4 point again hit damage against ignited enemies, 4 points here against high health and damaged against high health as well, and 2 points here for Judgment, also consumes percentage of your mana. So nothing too crazy, almost the same as it was before. We going on to smite. On the smite, first thing we moving to the left, so basically all we want just to get into the last position. So 1 point here, 4 points here, so it actually gives melee fire damage if you hit an enemy with smite, and we casting smite quite a lot, so we're getting global fire damage. Same story here, attack and cast speed, so we're getting some benefits as well. And here we are converting our smite to movement skill as well, so we have one movement skill. Now 4 points here for blind chance, and this is big defensive layer. Blinded enemies cannot crit you, so it's actually good. 4 points here, 1 point here, and 4 points for critical multiplier. So that's all what we have with the skills. As I said, nothing much is changed. So Everything is almost the same, just we are rocking a higher corruption and feeling way better than before. Now the items, and on the items first, of course, Paladin I think is the best in slot. We are having increased melee attack speed, chance to apply frailty, this is big defensive layer as well, some fire penetration, and a chance to cast smite on melee hit, so we are casting smite while we're using healing hands. Of course now I cannot cast smite because there is no enemies. And it gives some attributes and some smite as well. Then moving on next, Peak of the Mountain. It gives insane critical strike chance. Cannot leech health, but we're not leeching anything, so we're good. +4 to healing hands and increased healing effectiveness, so it ramps up our damage and our healing. Attunement, health, it's all the things that we actually need. For the amulet, Nihilist, increased health, increased movement speed, +2 to all skills, more armor, more resistances, so this is probably best in slot. And we have 66% increased healing effectiveness. I think this is the best in slot. You can get much more stats in this than I do right now, but so far it's been great. Armor, null portent, probably no replacement for this. We can leech a little bit of health, it's not the best part. We have 19% increased health, some physical res, and 1% less damage taken per 2 resistance above normal resistance cap. So we can overcap our resistances and have 20% less damage taken. So that's why this is really great. I got slammed with attunement, probably attunement and increased HP would work way better. But for now, this is what I have. For the shield, Countenance of Mayasa, probably the best shield we can get, just because it gives us the best block chance out of all shields, and enemies can be petrified when they look at you, so this is another big layer of defense, so even the bosses or regular mobs, champions, can get petrified for 2 seconds, so it's actually pretty noticeable. You can notice a lot while mapping that some of the mobs cannot do anything for you because they're petrified. For the rings, Ashes of Mortality, just because increased fire damage, some fire resistance and ward retention, and we can get 2 ward per ignite as well. As on this one, one of them is slammed healing effectiveness, on another one is a little bit of ward as well, because I usually get up around from 8 to 10k ward with this setup. For the belt, Oblation, basically just because we can ignite ourselves, and when we ignite we are doing more damage. Also cleans all ailments on potion use, so that's useful as well. If you get a little bleeding or something, use potion and everything will be gone. So moving on next, the gloves. I think this is the best in slot gloves, immortal wise, just because it gives armor mitigation to damage over time, 28% of hit damage taken from bosses and rare enemies is dealt over 4 seconds, so this is huge damage mitigation for us. Melee attack speed, once again we are trying to get as much attack speed as we can, so this is really nice. It gives 69 health, some strength, and we slammed current health loss per second, and we are gaining as much ward per second as we lose health, so this way we can sustain and get pretty nice ward out of it. For the boots, it depends. If you want more defensive layers, Foot of the Mountain, because it gives endurance, all attributes, and some movement speed. Of course it's not the fastest with these boots, but with this one we are capped on our endurance. So if you don't want this, there's some other options with some movement speed if you want just move faster. For now I just went with those since I just really want to cap my endurance. So this feels really nice. And for the relic is Twisted Heart, just because of some health converted to ward, strength, increased health and +4 to judgment, and 91% increased healing effectiveness. So basically we're I don't think so we will replace this soon. So now when we go to the idols, Throne of Ambition, just for the stack of ambitions against boss or rare enemy, so we get more damage against them. Now 3 other idols, increased healing effectiveness and chance to shed armor on hit with fire skills. Same, all the 3 are the same. Whatever other options you can have, it's also good. Crit strike, crit multiplier. Down here I got some physical resistance, I need to replace it probably. Here some physical resistance, probably just want some mitigation against dot, probably that will be the best in slot. And the small ones, just put whatever you want, probably the best one is health. If you still want to cap your res, you can use some small ones to cap your resistance as well. You can use increased healing effectiveness as well. It all depends on you. As you can see, I actually didn't even check much of them, so I'm not fully capped on poison res, but I'm fine with the state where I am right now. And now the one with the blessings. With the blessings, we are just going for critical strike chance, some ward gained, and ward decay threshold. Just using that one, so we can get more ward and it doesn't go away as fast. Then we are having 66% chance of critical strike avoidance. So as you can see, my critical strike avoidance 66%. It's quite okay. Combined together with if we can blind enemies on hit, it actually feels really nice. So now next, block chance 7% and some block effectiveness. This is really good. So we are getting quite a high block chance and good block effectiveness. This can be increased quite much more as well, just because of like I have only 1 LP slam on this one, so you can get way better stuff than I do. And then we have some chance to shed fire res on hit, since we're hitting with fire.